Call in, guys. Talk to me nice.
Welcome back to Sports Tea. Welcome back to Sports Tea.
Talk to me nice. Nice. Call in, guys. Talk to me nice. Call in, guys. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Sports Tea. Playoffs. The first round is upon us. I'm so excited about the NBA playoffs this season, mainly because there is quite a bit of parity and it just feels a little bit more competitive this season. So the Lakers are in round one with the Timberwolves. They just got blown off the floor. We did see my Knicks beat the Pistons in the first game. That was a really exciting game. I saw a lot of things in that game that I liked from Karl Anthony Towns. He was aggressive. He was attacking the paint. He was blocking shots. He was defensive. He played on both ends of the floor. And I really do think that he's the unlock for the Knicks throughout the playoffs. You had Mikal Bridges scoring the ball. Like, they played as a team. Josh Hart, as usual, the heart of the Knicks. They're just playing good basketball. I do miss Dante DiVincenzo, and I think we saw in the Timberwolves game why I miss him. And, I think that I still believe that the Knicks are not going to make it out of this first round. If they do, their ceiling is the second round. But I just think that the T-Wolves are out in this round. I think the Lakers are going to find a way to win. I think the refs are going to help them find a way to win, and we'll get into that shortly. But we also saw a really close game between the Clippers and Denver. So that series is going to be very interesting. They did get a couple of calls over to Jokic that he didn't deserve. There were other calls that were missed. That game was interesting. We saw the Clippers play their hearts out. They were playing hard. And I do think that this is going to be a competitive series. What we also saw, and what Jokic fans and Jokic apologists will not admit, is that Russell Westbrook actually helped the Denver Nuggets. He had big clutch baskets in that game, and he also came up really strong defensively. He made defensive stops at the end of the game that helped them win the game. So the idea that Jokic has no help, he has no team, it's just ridiculous. Yes, he's the best player on his team. Yes, he's a star, but we have to stop this idea that guys don't have any help. We have to stop saying that. These people are professional NBA players, and no one superstar can do it all by themselves. They might do a lot of the heavy lifting. They might have the most pressure on them. The offense might have to run through them. The game may be dependent upon them, but games also live and die off of teams' ability to win and lose as a team. So the more team basketball you play, the better results we're going to see come the postseason. And that's just a fact. So referees officiating the NBA and the storylines that they want to tell, they might be able to push a team as far as it can get them. But at the end of the day, the best team is going to win, no matter how much cheating is happening in the NBA. So I do want to see who's here tonight with us, and salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everyone watching. Thank you all for joining me tonight. If you can just do me a favor, when you're joining the room, when you come on in, like the video, share it to your social media so that we can build the audience right now. If you can get out to your Facebook, your Instagram, your X, and let people know, hey, Dominique's live on Sports Tea. We can grow this community and have more people join us in the room right now. So go ahead and do that and share the video as fast as you can. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so that you know when Sports Tea is going live, and we can, just continue to connect as often as we can. So again, thanks for being here. We're going to jump right into this Laker game. We've got a really interesting breakdown coming up, and I just want to show you guys the bracket right now. So obviously we saw the play-in tournament and how that went. We're now in the first round. We've got Knicks versus Pistons, Lakers versus Wolves. I mean, this is a really interesting sort of first round. We have the Pacers versus the Bucks, and the Bucks, they lost tonight too. I mean, earlier in the day as well. They Doc Rivers is proving people right with a game like this. He did not make the appropriate adjustments in that game, and it really just kind of caused them to lose to the Pacers. I think the Bucks are the better team, and they should be beating the Pacers. So this is going to boil down to coaching. It's going to boil down to rebounding, strong defense, making the right moves and plays, taking the highest percentage shots, I think, because Giannis is just not a shooter. So he's going to have to, get downhill and get in the paint as often as he can and really see how much improved his mid-range shot is going to be. So again, we will see OKC and the Grizzlies, Cleveland and the Miami Heat. These are going to be some interesting series. Boston and Orlando, the Rockets and the Warriors. I can't wait to see how all of these series are going to play out. So more to come, and I'm going to be right here with you guys covering these games. So let's just go right ahead and jump into this Lakers game. Okay, they got absolutely spanked. Okay, spanked. And when I say perimeter pounding, they couldn't defend the perimeter to save their lives. They got beat on defense left and right. I mean, Luka came out in dominant fashion. He was trying to score the ball. He was trying to get hot quick, which he did. He was the highest scorer on the floor, but it just wasn't enough. Nobody got in rhythm. It was just Luka ball, Luka ball. They were deferring to Luka. That was clearly the game plan, but it wasn't enough to win. Not only were they able to hunt Luka on defense, they were able to hunt everybody on defense. The Lakers did not defend very well. Did they try? Yes, but they kept getting beat. They didn't have their most athletic players on the floor. And we're going to dig into this game. We're going to look at the team stats first, and we'll see what happened. So Jaden McDaniels, he scored the most points for Minnesota. He played a very good game. I really enjoy him. He's long, he's lanky, he's springy, he's athletic, he's quick. And then you had Luka Doncic's highest score on the floor, 37 points, 12 of 22, and 8 of 9 from the free throw line. Jaden McDaniels got no free throws. Highest score of the Timberwolves, but no free throws. And I want you guys to pay close attention to that point. The Timberwolves, there was a disparity. Obviously, the Lakers have home court advantage. They had the benefit of home court cooking. And the Timberwolves, they just had to beat them. They had to blow them out in order to win this game because the referees were really trying to give it to the Lakers. So they were able to get up 86 field goals. They made 51%, which was a complete annihilation for the Lakers. They shot 51% from the floor to the Lakers 39%. They made 21 threes, and most of them came in the second and third quarter, and the Lakers made 15 of 41 threes. So they shot 36% to the Timberwolves 50% from three-point land, which was incredible. They got whatever they want from the perimeter. The Lakers could not stop them. So from the free throw line, the Timberwolves, the entire game, shot 10 free throws. They made 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Great job, 80% from free throw land. The Lakers, they were able to shoot 87% because they had 16 free throws to the Timberwolves 10. And boy, oh boy, do I want to say that the refs were giving them these calls. It was insane. They were just getting them to the line, getting them to the line. Everything was a foul for the Lakers. It was absolutely ridiculous. The Timberwolves out-rebounded the Lakers. And it's funny to me that it says that they out-rebounded them by 44 rebounds because during the game, it just looked like they kept getting offensive rebound after offensive rebound and just so many second chance opportunities. That's what it looked like to me. And it was on the defensive end that they got more rebounds than the Lakers because somehow the Lakers got more offensive rebounds than they did, which it didn't look like that to me. And the Timberwolves, they killed the Lakers in assists. They were playing as a team, assisting the ball. They had almost 30 assists to the Lakers' 15. They had 3 more stops than the Lakers with 8 to their 5 steals. They were tied up in blocks 4-4. Total turnovers. The Lakers turned over the ball just 3 more times. So it wasn't like a 20+ turnover game. But what's bad about these turnovers is when they happened and how many points they were able to concede off of these turnovers. The Lakers gave up 18 points when turning the ball over. That's a problem. So you're going to turn over the ball and you don't get back on defense. And this happened many times. LeBron just threw the ball into the Timberwolves' hands. Luka just threw the ball into the Timberwolves' hands. They both had nasty turnovers. It wasn't just that they had only 13. It's when and what the turnovers were and the result. So they were able to capitalize and score double the amount of points off of turnovers than the Lakers were off of their 10 turnovers. So they also had so many more fast break points than the Lakers. Timberwolves just ran away with this game as far as the tempo, the athleticism that they played with, the hustle. The Timberwolves wanted to win much more. They played harder, they played better, they played smarter, and they just beat them. Honestly, this should have been like a 40 or 50 point blowout, but the Lakers were helped. Somewhere around the third quarter, they started getting some help, and we'll go through the box score as well. So when we take a look, Julius Randle, I know it's showing him as only having 16 points. He was 4 of 6 from behind the arc. Very good. He did not hit his free throws. That is going to be an Achilles heel for the Timberwolves because Julius Randle sometimes chokes from the free throw line. So he was 6 of 11 of his shots from the floor. Jalen McDaniels, 11 of 13 from the floor. He was 50% from the 3-point line. Really great job. Really great game. He played 25 points. Rudy Gobert, he defended. He was there. He was a presence, but his stat line doesn't really show. He only scored 2 points. I mean, that's kind of like a Draymond Green stat line, but he was effective in this game. The Lakers have no presence in the paint, so having Rudy Gobert on the floor, it's helpful. So he only played 24 minutes. So, he wasn't the X factor, but he definitely was a help on the floor. He was there. Mike Conley, his experience being a veteran guard in the league, I've always enjoyed Mike Conley. So shout out to Mike Conley, 100%. Actually, I'm sorry, 50% I'm sorry, he 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 3 3-point shots. The guy he can shoot the ball. So like I said, I really like Mike Conley. Ant-Man, he didn't have the best shooting night. Okay? He just didn't. 8 of 22 shots. He made 4 of 9 3-point shots. He had some really great moments on the floor. He hustled. I mean, he played with such force and athleticism and aggression. He wanted to compete. He never missed a defensive assignment. He sat in the chair against LeBron. He wanted the smoke. So I appreciate him. Their bench showed up. Naz Reid, 23 points off the bench, outscored and outplayed Anthony Edwards. Fantastic job. 6 of 9 from behind the arc, 8 of 12 from the field. So Timberwolves showed up, they showed out, they did everything they could to win this game, but the truth is they're going to have to handle and deal with the Lakers being at home and the fact that the refs are going to try to give them the games. Even when the Timberwolves play at home, they're going to have to play uphill against the Lakers and the referees. They're playing against the referees, in my opinion. So when we take a look at what the Lakers did, and we're looking at this box score now, Rui Hachimura, 9 points, okay game, minus 26 from a plus-minus perspective. He didn't get to the free throw line. He made 3 3-point shots. Then you take a look at LeBron James. He was 1 of 5 from 3-point land. Awful shooting night from behind the arc. Only 8 of 18 shots from the floor. He didn't defend. He didn't have that many rebounds as well. He had 5 total rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. It looked like slow motion when I watched him try to steal the ball and get that lazy steal from Anthony Edwards just by waiting around in the passing lane. And Anthony Edwards isn't a lazy player, so he ran toward the ball and he was just faster and was able to see and peep what LeBron James was trying to do. So he beat him. Then we have Luka Doncic. Like I said, he was 50% from 3-point land, 12 of 22 from the floor. He didn't assist the ball well. He had 1 assist, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, 37 points. So it looks like a better stat line than what it is because he wasn't able to get his other teammates involved and nobody could get into rhythm. When you take a look at Austin Reeves, 16 points doesn't sound that bad, but he was a minus 25 on the floor. 3 of 8 from behind the line. It wasn't that he didn't get any attempts, 5 of 13 from the floor. Austin Reeves had a bad game. They also defended well. We have to give the Timberwolves credit. The Lakers didn't just have an anomaly of a game. The Timberwolves defended. They defended Austin Reeves. They completely cut his water, and that's why the Lakers lost today. Luka Doncic appeared to have no help. He couldn't, there was only so much that he was able to do because Austin Reeves, LeBron James were pretty much cold on the floor. They were cold. They couldn't get into rhythm. They could not dominate the ball the way that they wanted to. The bench gave up nothing. The bench had less than 10 points. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They had a little bit over 10 points. So Dalton Connect came in and actually, he scored. Dalton Connect came in and scored the ball. So, 5 points for Connect. They decided to put Bronny James in, I believe, in the last 2 minutes of the game. Ridiculous. He was 0% from the floor, shot 2 bricks from behind the arc. Absolutely disgusting. I mean, you put Bronny James in the game and you're just asking to be called a joke. Father-son duo, -70, -58. What is that? Bronny checks into the game, first playoff game. How dare they put him into game 1? How dare they put him into any serious game? You can't be calling yourself the head coach of the Lakers and you're playing Carlton Banks. You're playing him in a serious game. And I get it. People like Pat Beverly, they want to sit here and lie and say that Bronny James is going to play meaningful minutes in the playoffs and be a help. A help where? They got blown off the goddamn. He's got no business being on the floor, guys. It's absolutely crazy. Can you guys hear me okay? Give me a 1 if you can hear me or a 2 if you can't. Can you guys hear me? Okay, awesome. Beautiful. JJ Redick, he did have something to say about this game. I hate when he talks. I really do. I absolutely hate it. I do want to show you guys, though, before I play his sound, I just want to show you guys where they lost this game. You take a look at the second quarter. Look at all these 3-point shots. The Timberwolves cooked them from behind the arc. Look at this. The Lakers couldn't. Look at all these attempts. The Lakers just couldn't do anything with this. Right there in the second quarter. This is the second quarter. They completely blew them out in the second quarter. Then you take a look at the third quarter. Again. And this is where the Lakers started to come back. Lakers started coming back in the third quarter, and they still got spanked. So I want to play some sound from JJ Redick. He's got, excuses for game 1. Let's hear it right now.
Of JJ, let's hear from him. He's speaking with Mike Trudell in the media.
JJ, you went into the second quarter up 7. What did you see flip in the game at that point?
They were able to get the start of their run was transition and a second chance. And if you look sort of at the effort offense areas for them, they ended up with 25 fast break points, which that's always skewed by the counter, so it's more than that, and 23 second chance points. So, the schematics wise in the half court, we'll take a look at everything and see what we want to tweak and all that. That's hard to overcome, particularly when a team is shooting like they were shooting tonight.
Yeah, with that said, that you got to go and look at it. And, they hit 21 threes. How many of those did you feel like were ones that you kind of have to live with to wall up the paint versus ones that you would have liked to see contested differently?
Yeah, I have to go look back at everyone, but I know a number of those were in transition and off offensive rebounds.
JJ, Luka was able to get off to such a good start scoring the basketball, but I think finished with only a single assist. What were they doing to kind of limit his playmaking opportunities, and what did you see on that front when it came to the other guys, particularly early in the first half?
A lot of it was just the coverage scheme they had, not really playing Gobert his normal minutes, and then some late reds, some late beers with him when he was in coverage. then they had their 1 through 5 switching group in. So just in terms of like the 2 on the basketball, the blitzes, the 4 on 3s, just not there. I mean, I think that was expected on our side. But again, we'll look at the film and see what we can do better.
JJ, so much of your to your right, so much of your mantra this year has been effort defensively. It just wasn't there at the beginning of the second and the beginning of the third. Any thoughts on why that was, or were they doing something different to offset it?
No, I don't. Again, they're a great opponent. They're one of the best teams in basketball. There's, I think, it's not to say our guys weren't like ready to withstand like a playoff level basketball game. We were mentally ready. I thought our spirit was right. I thought even when they made runs, our huddles were great. The communication was great. I'm not sure physically we were ready, if that makes sense. And really when they started playing with a lot of thrust and physicality, like we just didn't respond immediately to that. And then that stretch from the start of the second through 4 or 5 minutes to go in the third, we lost that stretch by 34. So that's a blowout.
You mentioned the physicality all week as we discussed with you the series. We knew that they're going to have a size advantage in certain matchups. How do you feel like that affected Austin Reeves early on? And do you feel like he was able to find some counters to deal with that as the game went on?
Yeah, I thought he did a good job as the game went on. Again, there's sometimes the early onslaught from Luka, it's just like easy offense and he's making shots and getting downhill. First possession he drives on Gobert and then he's hitting threes. And that's really good offense for us. And some of the other guys may not touch the ball for stretches. And I thought there wasn't necessarily like forced actions. He missed a little bunny at the paint. LeBron missed 2 open threes. We had a Rui open 3. That was all at the end of the first, start of the second. And look, it's just natural. Again, sometimes the missed shots can affect the defense. There was a couple misses at the rim that then led to those transition buckets where we had a man down. Them playing 5 on 4, 3 on 2. So we can be a lot better on offense and defense.
JJ, similarly with LeBron, he got off to a slow start before it felt like he found his footing more so in the second half. What did you see with him and how they were defending him?
They're obviously switching his pick and rolls with Gobert. And I thought we got a few good stuff, just trying to get Conley involved with him on the ball. Probably got to do a better job of mixing in some off-ball actions for LeBron. There was a few plays, we had sort of called or drawn up, and they went zone nearly every time we ran an ATO. So we'll do better with that.
We'll do better with that. I mean, he has no accountability, in my opinion, for his lack of adjustments. You put Bronny in the game in the fourth quarter. You basically said, hey, I quit. To me, that's quitting. There were 3 minutes left in the game and Bronny's checking in. And at one point, they had a 16-point, they were only down by 16 points. At one point, they were down by 13 points. Why couldn't they get back in the game? To me, that's coaching. When the refs are giving you the game, you make the adjustment. Get back in the game, JJ. What happened to intricate offense? What happened to, these amazing, smart, Socratic defensive schemes that you were creating? What happened to all the adjustments that Doc Rivers doesn't know how to make and all the adjustments that Darvin Ham couldn't make? Darvin Ham, he went to the Western Conference Finals in the first year. If they get knocked out in this first round, JJ Redick, I mean, he should be on the chopping block. He should be actually fired. Lakers should take a page out of the Suns book. If you don't get results, just fire them. Why should JJ get, 2 and 3 years? Darvin Ham, he took the Lakers to the Western Conference Finals. That should be the minimum bar. The bar really should be the finals because now Luka Doncic has been gifted a 25-year-old super megastar in Luka Doncic. LeBron James has a 25-year-old Luka Doncic on his team. The bar should be making it to the finals, not a first-round exit, not a second-round exit, not a Western Conference Finals appearance, because really they have somebody that just took their team to the finals last season. So there is no reason why the Lakers shouldn't make it to the finals, except for the fact that LeBron James is 40 years old, likes to get gassed in the second half, usually can't make the big shots for them. And the fact is, Luka Doncic can't defend at all. Luka Doncic shows up to the NBA looking like this. He can't defend. He's going to be hunted nonstop on defense. He's going to foul. He might possibly foul out. So the Lakers shouldn't be able to make the finals, but the storyline that the NBA and the media is telling is that they will make the finals. So if they're writing this story, if the officials are helping them throughout the series, there's no reason that they should still be getting blown off the floor at home in game 1. You're given a free throw disparity. You're given the calls. You're giving carte blanche to bum rush the lane and offensive foul. Why aren't you doing that, LeBron? Just bum rush the lane. Or is LeBron trying to make the case that the offense should be ran through him? Is he trying to make the case that he's still the best player on the floor? Who knows? But are the Timberwolves playing against the refs? I think that they are. I'm going to take one phone call on this. Guys, I have an amazing show planned right after this that I'm going to jump into about 10 minutes later. So I do want everybody to join me there, but I do want to hear what your thoughts are on this Laker Timberwolves series. Are the Timberwolves playing against the refs? Are they playing uphill against the Lakers? Are they going to be allowed to defend? Will they have to beat the Lakers by 30 plus points every single game in order to win a game? What do you guys think? Talk to me nice. Tell me. What do you think? I want to know. Thank you for calling Sports Tea. Talk to me nice.
What's up, Dom? Can you hear me? I got you on speaker.
Hey, T-Bird, I can hear you. Talk to me nice, buddy. What do you think? Are the Lakers playing uphill against... I'm sorry, are
No.
the Timberwolves playing uphill against the referees?
Yeah, I was feeling like that a lot of the game. If you look at some of the stats that they were reading out, it was like the almost halftime. The Lakers had only one foul called.
Mhm.
Like, are you serious? Only one person fouled in an NBA game
Right?
by halftime.
How
So
corrupt
I
is that?
thought, yeah, I thought that was crazy. Also, so here's my breakdown. You're looking at two teams that are not championship material. The Minnesota Timberwolves, they've been average to me all season long. That's why they're a 6 seed, right? They went on a crazy stretch at home. They were losing, right? So in the middle of the season, they weren't a good a good away team at all. And the fact that they sat up there and just beat the Lakers at home,
Mhm.
and the Lakers were a pretty good home team, so that says a lot. But the moral of the story is the Lakers are so deplorable on defense. They're horrendous at best. They were getting their butt kicked so bad, they switched to a 2-3 zone. Then it looked like as Rui's playing in the center in the 2-3. Then it looked like Rui pushed up to the top of the key, which changed it to a 3-2. And then they did a weird defense that I've never seen in 100 years in basketball. They went to a 2-3, but the two guards up top would match. Anybody that comes through the lane, they would match and follow them all the way out, which would break down their defense. They had no idea what they were doing on defense. And Luka is absolutely horrendous. I thought LeBron, much as I talk about LeBron, I'll give him props for. I thought he did an okay job, a better than average job than what he normally does on defense, right? On offense, him not having a bag is showing. Him not having a go-to move is showing. Him getting slow and he can't bum rush the lane, it's just showing. He's getting exposed. That he's lost his athleticism and everything. LeBron should be coming off the bench or retired, period. But it's going to be a good series. And I'm a hater on Anthony Edwards. I'm just not a fan of him. I thought he played a phenomenal game. He played a team concept game. He got the other people involved. He kept attacking, and going to the hole, not averaging 13 threes a game. And also, last thing, their turnovers. Luka and LeBron, they had some ridiculous turnovers. They're just throwing the ball just out of bounds. And I think it cost the turnovers cost them dearly. So that's my take on the game. In conclusion, neither one of these teams are championship material. Lakers are just deplorable on defense, and Minnesota played really good. And Minnesota changed their offense too. I don't know if you peeped that or not. Minnesota changed their offense for this Lakers series. Go ahead, what you got?
They had to change their offense for this Lakers series, and I appreciate them for doing that. I think that the Timberwolves can absolutely beat the Lakers. They're built to beat the Lakers. The Lakers have no interior play. I just don't know how they can possibly win a title or make it out of the first round with no big man. They're not even playing Jackson Hayes the right way.
No, they're not.
Jared Vanderbilt is like a loose cannon. He's like a ticking time bomb, and he doesn't channel his anger on the court in the right way, in my opinion. So,
Mhm.
the Lakers are a team that are still not built to win. They have Luka and LeBron who play virtually the same kind of basketball. And when it's Luka ball, LeBron is completely out of rhythm because the offense must be ran through him in order for him to score his points, in order for
Yep.
him to,
Yep.
sort of like
Give me
into
your
the
take.
game. Yeah.
Give me your take on that zone that they're running. Did you see it like I saw it or what?
I did. I did see it like you saw it. I thought that it was really a great way to beat the Lakers because Lakers can't, and LeBron has failed in zones so many times that it was really
Right.
great to see. So when you
Right.
use an offense against a team that can't play that, I think is really, I think it's really special.
Yep. Absolutely. And do you want me to touch on your Knicks?
You can touch on my Knicks. Go right on ahead. I like I said, I do think that they're going to be out in this round. I think the Pistons might upset the Knicks, but there's a chance they'll beat them just because they lack experience and size.
So here's my thought on the Knicks. There's like two teams I really don't like in the league, which is the Pistons because I don't like Isaiah Stewart, and I don't like the Lakers because of LeBron. But other than that, I can be really objective. So your Knicks, I love that they stood up to the bully. I love that they just didn't get bullied. And I think the MVP and stats don't show it was your new acquiree, Carl Anthony Towns. Like he wasn't being a cat. He's actually being a dog. What I don't like, and even seeing his whole career with Jalen Brunson's phenomenal talent, but he's a foul seeker. He missed about 8 layups looking to, get the foul. He's actually trying to get the foul. Just lay the damn ball up. You got like 40-something points if you just lay the damn ball up. He's a foul seeker, so I did not like that. I thought the Knicks offense was okay. I thought Detroit, the light was just too bright for them. They're too inexperienced. And when it came down to crunch time where they needed baskets, their main scorer just couldn't get it done. Just could not get it done. So I think this series is over. Look forward to close to a fight next time they play because that's what Detroit's going to try to do. Since they can't outplay them with finesse, they're going to try to bully ball them and fight.
I can totally see that. So here's the reason why I think the Knicks might get knocked out is because Jalen Brunson, I think he's playing through injury, and I don't know if he can handle, playoff play and getting nicked. We've seen him do it many a time, but he just doesn't look like himself. I see him grabbing his ankle a lot. I see him just not playing with the same level of explosiveness as he does when he's healthy.
Absolutely, Dom. You hit that on the head. And if you look at Jalen, well, let me give you a little history. So, not for you, this for the viewers. So if you have a point guard who's your primary scorer, who's under, like he's 6 feet and under, you normally will not win a championship, right? That's just what history says. And also, Jalen usage is very, very, very high. And his body, he's just breaking down. We've seen the same exact thing in the playoffs last year, right? Body started getting injuries because his usage rate is very high. He plays a physical game. He seeks fouls. And it's taking a toll on him, right? So, and let me just hit on Detroit. I got to take a shot to stab at a tough guy, Stewart. Bro, you can't have more fouls than points. You just can't do it in a playoff game. Bro had more fouls than points. What are you out there for? What are you doing? So he does all that woofing and all that tough guy stuff. What are you bringing to the team when the team in the playoff, they need leadership and they need scoring? That's not what he's bringing. He's just bringing a tough guy that has more fouls than points. So I think the Knicks, this should be a bye to the next round, essentially.
I hope so. I'm rooting for my Knicks to win it, but I just don't feel really good about it, and I don't feel really great about Karl Anthony Towns being the missing piece that they needed. So,
Ugh.
and I
I'm with
know that
you.
I saw Julius Randle play well tonight for the Timberwolves. But if they make it out of this round against the Lakers, which I don't believe that they will, I do think that he is going to be the Achilles heel for the Timberwolves. I just
Well,
see there's a lot of psychological weakness that he has, as well as Karl Anthony Towns. So I think they're the same kind of Achilles heel for each team. So we'll see.
Yeah, well, let me give you some hope. Let me give you some. So as long as Karl Anthony Towns, as long as he plays like he just played, I think you'll be fine. And also, whatchamacallit, your backup guard, the left-handed guy who used to play for the Phoenix Suns. What's his name?
Campaign.
Campaign balled out.
He
He
does.
balled
I
out.
like his energy. I like Campaign. I do. I like Mikal Bridges. I just, I just have a really bad problem with the fact that they gave up Dante DiVincenzo.
Right.
Look at him
But
balling
you
in
know
the
what?
postseason. I just don't
Keep
think
your
that it
head
was
up,
worth it.
Dom. Keep your head up, Dom. They actually, this is probably the best I've seen the Knicks play all year, from starters to bench players, right? So keep your head up. Like, let's keep hope alive. I'm only doing it because you like the Knicks. I'm doing it for you. So let's keep hope alive. And you're fine with this series. You're absolutely fine. You can start looking forward to the next round. I wouldn't be surprised if they sweep them, because I just don't think they got it. I just really don't, Dom. So your Knicks should be fine. There was one more thing about the Knicks I wanted to say. It slipped on my mind. Knicks, Detroit. I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't nothing bad. I think your Knicks are fine.
We'll see. We'll see. I really appreciate you, T-Bert, calling in.
Oh, wait. One
yeah.
more thing, Dom. I know you gotta go. I'm gonna tell you what royally pissed me off watching these playoffs.
What really pissed you off?
These teams and these 2025 players, they actually can play defense if they want. They actually can play hard if they want. They actually can play defense if they want to. They just choose not to. They are absolutely choosing to give us a watered down piss product that's not worthy of watching. They're doing it intentionally, and this is why this NBA is the worst era of basketball of all time, because you have a whole era as a whole that I don't want to play D. I just want to shoot threes. You know what I mean? I don't want to play no defense at all. I can care less about defense. I don't want to run no offensive plays. I just want to get buckets. But it's funny. First game of the playoffs, you seeing them. The speed has stepped up. They're all running faster. They're playing harder. The game is transitioning so much faster. The defense is harder. It's tougher. It's meaningful. Every possession counts. Wait, damn, Dom. They surprised me. They do know how to play basketball. I didn't think they knew how.
I don't think it's that players don't know how. I think it's that they make a choice because not playing defense and sitting in the seat allows for you to extend your career. It could be maybe 5, even potentially 10 more seasons.
I don't know what it is. To me, I thought it was the money. They getting hundreds of millions. So, hey, if I get $100 million to only play one side of the ball, why exhaust myself and risk an injury? If they're going to give me $100 million, why risk getting injured, right? Why?
Right. And if you can extend your career because you're not getting injured and you're not playing defense, then why wouldn't you want to continue to extend that and earn as many contracts as you physically can, like a Paul George?
Last thing, what do you think about the refs? I think the refs swallowed their whistles a lot, and I loved it. What do you think?
I think that that's what they do come playoff time. And I think we can suspect to see that unless we're watching the Lakers or we're watching the Denver Nuggets or certain teams that they want to help.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you were right. The Lakers were the refs. The league put it out there. They want the Lakers advancing to the next round because they feel that it's great for the NBA. But I know you got to run because I know you got your next show to do. But even though this is a quick one, phenomenal job on a quick last minute producing. You are awesome. The show was produced awesomely. Your content was fire. And thank you so much for taking my call.
Thanks so much, T-Bird. I really appreciate you as always. I'm going to read some super chats and then we're going to jump into the next live.
All
talk
right.
to you
I'll see you
soon.
next.
Alrighty, bye
All
bye.
right. Bye.
All right, guys, would love to read the super chats. I really appreciate you. Thank you, Omega Red, for the $20 super chat. One and a kiss for you, Dom. Thank you so much. So sweet. Spurs Ann, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Showing support for Dom and the Sippers. Thank you, my little teacups, for being here. Really appreciate you. Rob Shum, thank you for the $2 super chat. Lakers had a superstar not superstarring. You guys are so funny. Omega Red, another $5 super chat. $5 super chat. Cutie Pie, you're the reason why. Thank you so much. What a sweetheart. The Drew Show, thank you for the $5 super chat. Watch out, folks. The GM and the corrupt commissioner are going to give us a series worse than Sacramento Lakers back in the Kobe days. The fix is in. Oh, I remember that series, and I really felt that Sacramento was a better team. I also felt like the Trailblazers were the better team as well. Rasheed Wallace went off in that series. Sacramento, they were just by far and away the better team. And the NBA wants what the NBA wants, right? It's just the machine is going to machine, and we're going to get the product that they put forth, and we're going to get the teams that they want in the finals. And hopefully we can see some fair officiating there. But even then, who knows? If LeBron makes it to the finals this year, he's likely to get a fifth ring. And that's the story that Gil's Arena is pushing. That's a story that many media members are pushing right now. So more to come. Tune in. I do want to read this comment from the Drew Show. I thought this was really insightful. Jamal Johnson, I agree. It's not 2002, but we just saw the Lakers get to conspire to destroy the Dallas franchise with their secret agent, Nico. Yeah. I'm going to actually address that in my next episode that I'm going to jump into right now. So I hope to see you guys there. Do me a favor and like this video. Share the video. Let's see how many likes we have. We have over 200 people watching. So we're at 126. If we can get to 200 likes, that'd be great. Like the video. Smash the like button, guys. Like. Aw, so sweet. Thank you, Omega Red, for the $20 super chat. You came in hot with the donations tonight. Really appreciate your support. Just cause. Good night, everyone. I also want to shout out two folks that gave me a Cash App donation as well. We had Carlos that gave a $5 donation, and we had another woman by the name of Sabrina give a $13 donation. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And have a good night for those who can't make it to the next show, but I hope that you can jump on over. I'm going to go live in another 2 minutes. I'm just going to run to the bathroom and then we'll be live again. So we're going to address some really, really great content, guys. We're going to talk about Pat McAfee and how he really can't stand LeBron James. And there's evidence of this and audio that I'm going to play for you guys. We're going to talk about Luka Doncic addressing Nico Harrison. We're going to talk about so many things. Adam Silver basically admitting that he's a scam artist. And we'll get into Stephen A. and the Matt Ishbia beef as well. So I'll see you guys in about another 2 to 5 minutes. So yeah, thank you so much. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next stream. Bye-bye.